Hey everyone, thanks for watching MGS Coaching Football. Coach Sullivan here. I just completed my 39th year coaching football in 2021, and I hope your season was as successful as ours was. Today, what I'd like to talk to you about is one of what we call our plugs in our 3-4 system that we call BAD, which stands for backer and dime. Okay, and I'm going to show it to you versus 11 personnel. And it's the complement to our Mars package plug, which you'll have to watch in our package plug playlist and become a subscriber. Okay. So over here are the key terms to help you better understand how we're able to execute the bad package plug so easily. And then over here I'll diagram it for you. So before I get into the key terms, if you notice, right, no two defenders have the same letter, and in one case where they both have an F, they both have an F. They have a different second letter, right? Field corner free safety. So that helps us when it comes to naming, number one. And then number two, our base simple alignment rules where guys travel together allows us to do things like a package plug. Okay, so the rover and the mic travel together, the backer and the dime travel together, as an example. Field and free, whip and boundary. Our D line are fixed. Okay, so it really opens up endless possibilities by simplifying how you guys can line up. Okay, so there's a little intro into our base front system, which is also another playlist. So over here, the first key term is package plug, which simply is we combine an existing outside linebacker plug with an existing inside linebacker plug, and we execute them together. Okay, and we do so by having the nose go with the outside linebacker's plug, which will make him right with the inside linebacker plug. So he's doing the same thing, and he's correct on both plugs. Okay, so that you have to figure out with your own systems, but it's key. All right, because the nose is a part of both sides in a 3-4. So that's a big part of this. Bad is the second key term, and the lucky Ringo goes to the dime. Okay, so in this particular diagram, the dime's on the left, so he simply makes a lucky call, right? L, lucky, I mean left and right. And with the lucky goes a corresponding Louis. Okay, and Louis is tell the safeties are communicating which way they're going to spin together. All right, so I'll bring that into when I get to the diagram. In the bad package plug, the dime goes first and plugs A gap. The backer goes second with a delay plug B gap, so there's no collision. Okay? The defensive end, the side of the call. So every time it's lucky, it would be the end. Ringo would be the stud. Remember, left and right. It's going to slant C gap, and the nose automatically slants A away. Okay? This is good number 3 versus all personnel groups. I'm only showing you versus 11, but it's good versus them all. 10, 11, 12, 20, 21, 22. And number 4, it's also good versus run, pass, zone, power read. It's good versus everything. All righty? So what I have you up here is it's versus an 11 formation, gun Dallas offset in the middle of the field. It's an east-west call, so anytime the back offsets, if he's left of the quarterback, as we look at it, we say west. Right, we say east. West coast, left, east coast, right. Pretty straightforward. It's the only time we use that vernacular. Okay? Excuse me. And so as I have diagrammed up here, I'm not going to get into the specifics of the coverage, which we call trio. Okay, it's one of our zone blitz coverages. But I am going to talk about safety spin, okay, because it's not just covering receivers and getting the middle of the field covered up. It's also part of the run support system. So what we have, and I'll take care of the safeties first, when that ball is snapped, okay, Louis, the safety on the left, in this case the free, is going to screw down, okay? It is sky support, which means he's got force. So as he screws down, which simply means works downhill toward the line of scrimmage, he reads his surface. If it's run, he knows he's got force, potentially fitting backside if it's away. If they're showing hi-hat, it's pass, he's hot on 2, right? The whip safety on the snap starts rotating toward the middle of the field, reading surface. If he sees it's run, sticks it in the ground, fits in. If he sees again, hi-hat, he continues into the middle of the field. So we got the middle of the field taken care of, okay? So now the rest of the coverage, corners are hot on one. Again, I'm not getting into specifics. Rover, the opposite outside linebacker, meaning opposite the call, okay, is hot on two, and orbit means he's got force on his side, right, because the safety's not available. All right? So now, right, ball snapped. Defensive end, in this case, lucky, so end. Slant C, nose, slant A away from depth. The dime plugs A gap. So for us versus 11 personnel, more often than not, if we don't have an outside linebacker who's athletic enough, big enough to be out in the field, run situations, and pass, it's usually, if we're going to execute it and speed's an issue, it's a fifth defensive back. Okay, so that's why it enables us, to get to the A gap from depth. Plus, I don't want to give it away. Our alignment side disguise is what we say. That's what we do. If he starts hedging and moving, he's going to communicate that to the quarterback, and they can make all kinds of checks. And I don't want to give them that opportunity. And that's also why our safeties don't move until the ball's snapped either. Don't help out your quarterback. Okay? So what we teach the backer, okay, take a one lateral step, see the dime cross your face, and then execute the plug into B gap. Okay? So we got C, B, A with a force defender taking care of D. We got all the gaps covered. Remember, it's good versus run and pass. We got hots on all the receivers, inside linebacker, opposite the call. So it's going to be the Mike, right? It's a bad stunt, makes it simple. Has the running back hot on pass. Otherwise, he's still reading his guard key for run first, right? And all those things. And that's how we're able to execute bad. Okay? So as I said at the beginning, thanks for watching MGS Coaching Football, and I hope you had a great season like we did. If you're not a subscriber, I please would encourage you to become a subscriber. All right? Enjoy it and have a great day.